boys and girls. This is Miss Espinosa. And because we are practicing social distancing, we are not in our classroom right now. However, that doesn't mean that we need to stop learning. And it definitely doesn't mean that we need to stop and forget what we've already learned. So today we're going to be reviewing multiplication, 4 digits by 1 digit. We're going to review the 2 methods that I have already taught you, which is the box method and partial products. Then I'm going to teach you a 3rd method, which is called the standard algorithm. Now, the standard algorithm your parents are already familiar with. I didn't teach you that previously because it is not a 4th grade standard. In 4th grade, you need to be able to explain why it is that you're doing what you're doing. And the standard algorithm does not easily allow for that. However, the standard algorithm is a 5th grade standard. And I was going to teach it to you. However, I don't know when we're going back to class. So I'm going to go ahead and teach it to you now. And it'll give you that one step up and get you ready for 5th grade. So I would like for you to do the work with me. The first problem I just want you to watch. And then the second problem, I want you to be able to do it with me. So you will need lined paper or something to write with and a pencil. Now I will be writing in pen just because the camera has a hard time picking up the pencil. So I will be working in pen, but I prefer for you to work in pencil. I'm going to flip my screen now. Go get paper and something to write with. Okay, to start with, we're going to be reviewing the box method, then partial products, and then I'm going to show you the standard algorithm. So we're going to do the same problem 3 different ways. Our problem that we're doing is 3,414 multiplied by 3. So the first strategy we're doing is the box method. And remember, when we're doing the box method, you make a box or a rectangle. And you make as many columns as you have digits on top. So since we have 1, 2, 3, 4 digits on top, we need 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and on the top of each of those columns, we're going to put the value of those digits. So this digit is worth 4. This digit is worth 10. This digit is worth 400. And this digit is worth 3,000. Then off to the side, we put what the value of the digit on the bottom is. So this is worth 3. Okay, and then in each of the boxes is where you work out your problems. So we have 3 multiplied by 3,000. Then 3 multiplied by 400. Then 3 multiplied by 10. 3 multiplied by 4. And then you work out the problems. Now, when you're multiplying big digits like this that have zeros, just ignore the zeros. So 3 times 3,000 turns into 3 times 3, which is 9. And then you just bring back those zeros that you ignored. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 9,000. Then 3 times 400, again ignore the zeros, and it becomes 3 times 4, which is 12, and bring back those two zeros, 1200. Then you have 3 times 10, which is 30. 3 times 4, which is 12. Then you get those partial numbers, line them up. 9,000, 1,200, 30, and 12. Add them up. 0, 0, 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 plus 1, 4. 2, and then 10. So your answer is 10,242. So that is the box method. Okay. Next, we're going to do the exact same problem, but this time we're going to do partial products. So let's write our problem again. 3,414 times 3. Now, when you're doing partial products, you're multiplying the bottom digit by the value of each of the top digits. So this is 3 times 4, then 3 times 10, then 3 times 400, then 3 times 3,000. So once you have all the problems down, then you work it out. 3 times 4 is 12. Now remember, leave enough space just in case we have hundreds and thousands. So 3 times 4 is 12. So we're going to write it off to the side over here. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 400, so 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so when you're dealing with zeros like this, first put down your two zeros, because you have 1, 2 zeros. And then 3 times 4 is 12. Then 3 times 3,000, put down those 3 zeros first. And then 3 times 3 is 9. Then you're going to add all that together. 2, 4, 2, and then 10. 10,242. So you see, as we go through the method, this method takes the longest. And then this takes the least amount of time. And then now I'm going to teach you standard algorithm, which takes the least amount of time. So again, we're going to write our problem. 3,414 times 3. Now for the standard algorithm, when you're multiplying, you are not writing out your problems, and you are not multiplying by the value of the digits. You're just multiplying it by the actual digit. So the first one you do is 3 times 4, which is 12. And remember, I taught you that you can't have more than one digit in the ones place. So the 2 goes there and you carry the 1. See that? Because it's 3 times 4. 2 goes there, 1 goes there. Then we do 3 times 1, which is 3, but then we have to add that 1 on top. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Then we're going to multiply this by this digit. 3 times 4 is 12. So we put the 2 down and carry that 1, just like when we add. And then we're going to take this digit and multiply it by that digit. 3 times 3 is 9. But since we have something on top, we need to add it to it. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. And there's your answer. 10,242. So you see, this takes the most work, least amount of work, very quickly. Okay. Box method, partial products, standard algorithm. Now I want you to, since you just watched me, now I want you to do one of the two problems. One of the two strategies, either box method or partial products for this next problem. And then we're going to do the exact same problem, but in standard algorithm. Now, I'm going to be doing partial products because that seems to be the most popular one in my class. And then we're going to do the exact same problem in standard algorithm. So let's take another 4-digit number. So let's say, 6,343 times 5. Okay, so we're going to do partial products first, and then we're going to do standard algorithm. Okay, so the first thing you should do is multiply the bottom digit by the value of each of these digits. So now what I want you to do is to pause this video and work out this problem doing either the box method or partial products, whichever one is easiest for you. So go ahead and pause it. Once you're ready to come back, unpause it, and then watch and see if you got your answer correctly. So go ahead and pause. Okay, now you're back. So we multiply this by the value of each of the top digits. So this is 5 times 3, 5 times 40, 5 times 300, and then 5 times 6,000. Okay. 5 times 3 is 15. We're going to write it off over here to the side because we're going to leave some room. 5 times 4 is 20. And then we add a 0, so that would be 200. 5 times 3 is 15. And then we're going to add back those two zeros. And then 5 times 6 is 30. And then we're going to add back those zeros. So you should have gotten 15,200, 1,500, and 30,000. So then we're going to add those. 5, 1, 7, 1, and 3. 1, 2, 3, comma. You should have gotten 31,715. If you didn't get that, pause the video, go back and see where you made a mistake. Maybe you went out of order. Maybe you didn't put the right value of the top digits. Okay, now we're going to do this standard algorithm. Remember, here we are not doing the value. So here, we're not doing the value. Here you are multiplying by the value, okay? But here, no. Okay, so this is 5 times 3 is 15. Put the 5 there and carry that. Then 5 times 4 is 20. And then you're going to add that 1 on top, so that's 21. 5 times 3 is 15. And then add the 2 on top. That makes that 17. And then 5 times 6 is 30, plus the 1 on top is 31. And then 1, 2, 3, comma. So you should have gotten 31,715. Let's try another. Find a blank paper first. Okay, let's take another 4-digit number. Let's say 7,841 times 6. Okay, either on this side you're going to do either partial products or the box method. I'm going to show you partial products when we come back and do it together. And then over here, you're going to do the exact same problem in standard algorithm. And then I'll come back and show you how. So go ahead and you try it first. Go ahead and pause the video and then unpause when you're ready to come back. Okay, thank you for coming back. Okay, let's work this out together. Now remember, on this side we're doing the value of the digits. Here we are not doing the value of the digits. Okay, so here you have 6 times 1, 6 times 40, 6 times 800, and then 6 times 7,000. Okay, let's make sure we have our values correct. That's 140, 800, 7,000. Correct. Okay, now we're going to work out our problems. Remember that when we're writing our answers, that we're leaving some room because our numbers get bigger at the bottom. Okay, so 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 40. So 6 times 4 is 24. And then add back that 0 that we ignored. So 240. 6 times 8 is 48. And then add back those 2 zeros. So 4,800. And let's go ahead and write our zeros, 3 zeros. And then 6 times 7 is 42. Then we're going to add all of our products. 6, 4, 8 plus 2 is 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 4 down. 1, 2, 3, comma. So your answer is 47,046. And that's what you should have gotten. Look and see if maybe your multiplication facts were off or the value that you put down was off. Okay, now let's look at the standard algorithm. Remember here, we are not multiplying by the value. We are multiplying by the actual digit. So here we have 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. You put the 2 there, 4 there. Then 8 times 6 is 48. 49, 50. So we're adding those 2 on top. And then 7 times 6 is 42, plus the 5 that's on top, 47. Then you count 1, 2, 3, comma. The answer you should have gotten is 47,046. So a lot of this you're doing in your head. If it helps you, write it off to the side. Because not a lot of us do math in our heads. So when you're doing, like for example, this one, 8 times 6 is 48. Plus that 2 gives you 50. So if that helps you, so that way you're not doing all this math in your head, then do it. You want to, that's why this standard is more difficult, because a lot of it you're doing in your head. But if it helps you, then write it off to the side. So for example, the next one, 6 times 7 is 42. And then add those 5 that are on top. 42 plus 5 is 47. And that's how you got that 47. So if you're like me and I don't do, I'm not very good at doing math in my head. You might need to do this for a while until you get used to it. So I hope you like this video. If you want to practice some more, just take any 4 digits and multiply it by 1 digit on the bottom. You might need to watch this video more than once. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do one more standard algorithm since this is brand new for you. Just to make sure that you know it. So let's take 5,432 times 4. We're going to do standard algorithm. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. So carry the 1, bring the 2 down, just like how you add. And then 4 times 4 is 16, plus that 1 on top is 17. Okay. And then 5 times 4 is 20, plus that 1 on top makes that 21. 1, 2, 3, comma. So your answer you should have gotten is 21,728. So it's something new. It's something you didn't pick up on partial products like that either. So we need to, everything takes practice. So you might have to watch this video more than once, and then just ask or just make some new numbers, and then you should be able to be fine. I will be coming to you with another video on how to multiply 2 digits by 2 digits. We will review the box method on this, partial products, and I'm going to teach you the standard algorithm strategy on how to do how to multiply when you have two digits on top of two digits. Okay, you guys stay safe.